crawl, and we prayed heaven holds true love and a satisfied mind. He said, I ain't afraid of dying, 'cause I know there's something worse when you have to see your reason for living go first. You get left behind. Some can't think of nothing better than to live this life forever. Never wanted no more.
Check. Yeah, okay. So yeah, this is all testing. New board, new levels. You never know. You never know. I'm just going off the meters. I'm here by myself in the salon and just giving a little setup test. New board with some Bluetooth in it, so I can get some music on there real easy. This week, Friday, Kevin and I are at the beach out at Birch Bay. So if anybody's out and about and looking for some music, 6 to 9, we're out there at the beach. And we're being joined by Mr. Mark Eisenhower. So that should be a lot of fun. He joined us at the vault last week. Rick he's had some surgeries, and so he's recuperating. But meanwhile, Mark stepped in and did just a super job. So looking forward to that again. So, I just might put on the headphones so I can get an idea of what's going on that new board, because I want it to be in tip-top shape for when I get joined by the other guys. So I'll do a couple songs tonight, just because I can. And one of my newest songs is fast approaching one of my favorites. Send one out to our buddy Jack. I'm gonna live forever, gonna cross that river, gonna find tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Nobody here will ever find me. I will always be around. Like these songs I leave behind me, I'm gonna live forever now. I can hear there's just a little bit of overshadowing of the voice, and I'll have to turn that down just a bit. You fathers and you mothers, take care of one another. Be sure and teach your children right. Don't let the darkness take them. Don't let them feel forsaken. Be sure and guide them to the light. Nobody here will ever find me. I will always be around. Like these songs I leave behind me, I'm gonna live forever now. I'm gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river, Gonna find tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. When this old world is blown asunder and the stars fall from the sky, remember there's someone who loves you. We'll live forever, you and I. I'm gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river. Gonna find tomorrow now. You're gonna wanna hold me like I always told you. You're gonna miss me when I'm gone. Gonna live forever. Gonna cross that river. Gonna live forever now. All right. So, yeah, a couple of small adjustments, I'm sure, but just making proof in principle that the new board is working, and it's all good for next week or the week after, whenever it is. So just got back from Nashville and from Lukenbach, and we had just a wonderful time, both places, for the Jerry Jeff statue, Jerry Jeff and Hondo Crouch unveiling of the statue, the bronze statue. That was cool. And then, oh my goodness, the John Prine event that's been planned for 2 years and kept getting pushed back. 2 nights at the Ryman, a night at the City Winery, and then at the Basement East. And we were just treated to so many great musicians, and of course all of John's, not all of it, but a good lot of John's music from over the years. Sam Stone came home to his wife family after serving in conflict overseas. And the time that he'd served shattered all his nerves, left a little shrapnel in his knee. But the morphine eased the pain, and the grass grew around his brain, but it eased his mind in the hours that he chose, while his kids ran around wearing other people's clothes. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios. Sam Stone's welcome home didn't last too long. He went to work, he'd spent his last dime. Sammy took to stealing when he got that empty feeling for $100 habit without overtime. And the gold rolled through his veins like 1,000 railroad trains, but it eased his mind in the hours that he chose. I screwed up those verses. While his kids ran around wearing other people's clothes. Oh, there's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios. Sam Stone was alone when he popped his last balloon. He was climbing walls while sitting in a chair. He played his last request while the room smelled just like death, with $100 habit, with an overdose hovering in the air. Yeah, they're all in there someplace. But life has lost its fun. There was nothing to be done. Sell his house that he bought on a GI Bill for some flag draped casket on a local hero's hill. There's a hole in Daddy's arm where all the money goes. Jesus Christ died for nothing, I suppose. Little pitchers have big ears, don't stop to count the years. Sweet songs never last too long on broken radios. All right, do not adjust your dial. This is a test, just a test. And I can tell there's a little bit of compression happening that I'll need to dial in for the voice and get a little fuzzy. But new gear, new playthings, oh well. So, yeah, a couple of great weeks of travel, and then in another couple weeks, Marcia and I and Conrad are heading down to Rockport, Texas, for the first annual Songwriters Festival, and this one's going to be honoring Mr. Guy Clark. Verlin Dam Thompson's going to be there. Can't wait to see him again. And who else? Sean Camp, Shake Russell, Bob Livingston, Lloyd Maines. The list goes on and on and on. So it should be a really good time. And should be a great time. So last year when I was there in Rockport, it gave me a great feeling for the place that Guy Clark grew up in. And this song was written about the south coast of Texas. And he talks about all the things that, not all the things, but a lot of the things that kind of made up his world when he was growing up down in Rockport, Texas. Well, the south coast of Texas is a thin slice of life, salty and hard, stern as a knife, where the winds are for blowing up, hurricanes for showing, snakes how to swim, and trees how to lean. Well, the shrimpers and the ladies out in the beer joints, drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. They're bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche. Deckhands are singing Adios, Joe LeBlanc. the cars of my youth, how I tore up those sand dunes, cut up my tires on those oyster shell roads. Ah, but nothing is forever, say the old men in the boatyards, turning trees into shrimp boats. Hey, I guess they ought to know. Well, the shrimpers and the ladies are out in the beer joints. They're drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. Bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche, and deckhands are singing Adios, Joli Blanc. Now there's snowbirds in search of the sunshine and nightlife. They're fond of grease and palms down the road beach as they're going. Yeah. This living on the edge of the waters of the world demands the dignity of whooping cranes and the likes of Gilbert Rowland. But you don't know who Gilbert Rowland is, do you? Cisco Kid. Shrimpers and the ladies are out in the beer joints. They're drinking them down before they sail with the dawn. Bound for the Mexican Bay of Campeche, deckhands are singing Adios, Joli Blanc. Yeah, the deckhands are singing Adios, Joli Blanc. The deckhands are singing Adios, Joli Blanc. All right, that may be enough to go on for the testing of this thing, but you never know. One more wouldn't kill me. Maybe it will. This thing doesn't stay in tune. Here's a song that I wrote on it was about a month after John Prine passed away, and I heard Michael Hearn and Shake Russell do a thing at the winery down there by Conrad's old place, and it kind of inspired me. I woke up in the middle of the night and I had stuff going through my head, so which I for whatever reason I got up and I started writing it down. And several months later, kind of polished it up. Well, it's old, but a story worth telling. Only true love can ever create, of an iconic pair with one life to share, two hearts brought together by fate. Each of us knows such a story of one love, two loves or more. Soulmates we've known that weathered the storms together, then come back ashore. Fiona, you know Johnny's waiting with a patience that's grounded in grace. Gleam in his eye, guitar by his side, arms open, big smile on his face. You know, life, it goes on like a river, and you can't stop the marching of time. But the moments we spend with family and friends, they're the true gifts of life, so sublime. And Susan, you know Jerry's waiting with a patience that's grounded in grace. Gleam in his eye, guitar by his side, arms open, big smile on his face. Well, you know, my story is not too much different from those who have walked here before. With love in my heart, when it's time to depart, I'll leave, but I won't close the door. Marcia, you know Lenny's waiting with a patience that's grounded in grace. Gleam in his eye, guitar by his side, arms open, big smile on his face. Oh, Marcia, you know I'll be waiting with a patience that's grounded in grace. Gleam in my eye, guitar by my side, arms open, big smile on my face. Great big smile on my face, real big smile on my face. All right, well, buckaroos, everybody, stay tuned. I've got some great ideas coming down the pike for like a John Prine night or a Tom Russell night or a Guy Clark night with Kevin and maybe some surprise guests. At any rate, we, you know, just keep tuned in, and we'll try to announce things prior to them happening, and keep abreast of the playing schedule, because playing's coming out thick and fast now. We're actually turning down more events than what we're taking, but we'll be out and about at the wine bars and the tiki bars soon enough. Okay, I'll leave us with a little more Hal Ketchum.
He said, don't look into the darkness if you want to see true black. Look into a morning's brightness when love ain't coming back. Then you will find there is a darkness that blinds. And don't think wealth is ever having all you want all to yourself. It is found when you are giving what you have to someone else. The only difference in the rich and the poor is a satisfied mind.